and welcome back to the channel. FOOOOL. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We flag videos like this.
Alright, this is the strangest thing. I find this place on Google. It says there's spots open, and then I get here, no one's here. All the blinds are drawn in those two RVs. Hold on a second. Now I'm walking around, and all these fire pits look like they've never been used before. A lot of stuff about this place looks never touched and unused. It says open right there on the inside. There's slot machines and an ATM. I'd be shocked if this is open, but let's see if it is. Yo, this is suspect. Am I gonna... Hello? Hello? Oh, that's creepy as hell. What is this place? Bubs, come back here. Alright. Yo! Alright, Bubs. Come on, I'm definitely not hanging out in here any longer than I have to.
Something is up with In-N-Out Burger. Why are so many celebrities picking In-N-Out Burger for their last meal? Seriously, what's up with In-N-Out Burger?
Eating my In-N-Out Burger and my hot fudge sundae. That's what I want to do. I'm pregnant and I have 9 months to own it. You really think I'm going to be on an Egyptian plane while I am wanting to be with my In-N-Out Burger and my chocolate milkshake? No.
I need you to understand that food is being used for code words. It's a coincidence that Ghislaine Maxwell also referenced going to In-N-Out Burger after Epstein passed. What book do you think she's reading? The Book of Honor. Covert Lives and Classified Deaths at the CIA. These are the Clinton Podesta emails. Here's one related to Taylor Swift. Are we out of the woods? Someone asks. They're talking about a great trip to In-N-Out Burger. The Slave to Nothing Foundation's mission is to free people from being enslaved to any person or substance. We fulfill our mission by contributing financially to organizations that align with our causes and actively provide services in communities served by In-N-Out Burger. Instead of pasta and wonderful sauces, it was a lovely, tempting assortment of cheeses. Yummy. I'm awaiting the return of my children and grandchildren from their holiday travels so that we can demolish them. The children? Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes on cheese than on pasta? What the fuck does that mean? As John said, it doesn't get any better than this. And do you want to see what the attachment is on this email? This is the attachment to the email. Doesn't get better than this. Last day in MV. Missed you. Susan whipped Sherry and me at dominoes using the Podesta method. She made the rules as we played. The realtor found a handkerchief. I think it's a map that seems pizza related. Is it yours? They can send it to you if you want. I know you're busy. Feel free not to respond. Saying, yeah, it's my handkerchief. Nothing to worry about. A handkerchief with a map of pizza, because that makes a lot of sense. Just to add to the confusion, this man was outside of Rob Reiner's house after his alleged murder, wearing a Burger King crown and shouting things that the media won't report. This is the guy with the Burger King crown. I have no idea what's going on, but something strange with burgers and fries and In-N-Out Burger and Burger King. One more strange coincidence, Nick Reiner, the son of Rob, was obviously searched quite a bit yesterday, but look at this little blip. On December 6th, he was searched in the blue and white area, not Scotland. So what's that about? Something strange.
This is a Manhattan-bound V local train. The next stop is 67th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Bro, you're not in New York, you're in Silent Hill.
They foolishly invited a journalist into this session, which you're not supposed to do. The Vatican's very clear about that. Don't do that. This woman came in and she experienced the exorcism with the group. She went back to her office and was going to write up the case, and literally all hell broke loose. All sorts of awful things happened to her and in her surroundings because she wasn't ready for it, and she shouldn't have been in the room. We trust in Jesus. We live a holy life, but if you're not, don't be too surprised at what happens to you.
Intentionally makes an agreement with a demon, makes a pact. And as the exorcists point out, demons aren't bound to any promises, but often they come through with what they promise. So there are some famous ones, which is in the book. John Lennon famously made a pact for 20 years of fame, and he got it. In 20 years to the day, he was shot and killed. And I haven't found all the details about this, but the man who, I was trying to find it before I finished the second edition of the book, but the man who shot him was apparently being driven basically to kill him. Like voices were talking to him to kill John Lennon, kill John Lennon.
I do remember that.
Mark David Chapman, yeah.
And then as I recall, he was exorcised of 5 demons.
Oh, wow.
The man who shot John Lennon. And they repeated the pact, like renewed the pact close to the 20-year time when it ran up. And yeah, I mentioned 3 books that are good biographies on that whole thing. But so that's one.
Wow, I've never heard that.
And also on, if you
every zoo that I went to in the world, all the gorillas look at me and they go crazy. I'll go up to them and like I'll mess with them and like they all come to the glass and they all do this. They had this one albino gorilla in Philly. He almost broke the damn glass and got out. His name was Joey. And when he stood up, he was like 9 feet 9.
So we go to the gorilla enclosure. The dude that's giving us the tour, he says, when we go by the gorillas, do not look the gorillas straight in the eye. They're going to take it as a threat and it's going to make them go crazy. So they have an albino silverback. And so we're walking by. So the whole time I'm thinking, I ain't looking him in the eye. Because the man just told us, don't look him in the eye, right? So Shaq walks by and he's looking straight like this and then he just turns like this and he looks right in the gorilla's eye. And that big ass albino gorilla ran up to the glass and started banging on the glass real hard. The first time I ever seen Shaq scared, right? I immediately looked at Shaq and he said, damn, he wasn't lying. He going crazy. I said, yeah, he looking at you going, how the hell he get out there?
You know why Greek statues have little boy private parts?
No.
It was because they were all attracted to that. So they would purposely put really little private, you know?
What the heck?
Yeah, they'll put that on the statues because they're aroused to that.
But it will be a full-on like adult.
Yeah, it'll be a full-on adult and they'll put boy genitalia on it.
That's why.
That's why they do it.
Whole time I'm thinking
like it doesn't match up, right?
Yeah.
Like why is it
No,
like
whole
that?
time I'm thinking like, oh, they just have small things.
No, because they're aroused by that. Yeah.
Yo, the more you know, fam. That's insane. How do you even figure out that?
Yo, it's in history.
Oh, it's in history.
Yeah, it's actually in history. And during that time, even in the Roman Empire, whenever the empire was about to fall, what they obsessed over was not just that with little.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it like with kids, but also with gender. They mix up a lot of things. And they were obsessed with it. They're like super obsessed with it.
Yeah. You know, all the pharaohs, they probably have the same shit, right? Or no?
The pharaohs, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Don't tell me you thought it was the standard size.
I was supposed to get a hip surgery on my right hip. Got into the hospital, she put me in a wheelchair. And so as I was in the wheelchair, as she wheeled me through the door, I stopped talking. I noiselessly and painlessly died while in the wheelchair. She noticed that I wasn't speaking. So she went into a state of panic. The nurses and the doctors that were on that floor, they came, and I was watching this whole process. I was out of the body, just like in the movie Patrick Swayze, in the movie Ghost. So my teacher met me at that time. And so he met me, and he was still living at that time. As he escorted me out of the hospital, I was laughing, and he was laughing. I tried to grab their hands because they were cutting off my expensive jacket. He said, they can't see you, your hand will go through the body. And so he said, you can read their minds. I said, yes. So you can communicate through telepathy. So as I was with my teacher, I said, I wanted to see the sun. He said, let's get out of this place, let's go. So since there's no gravity, we just went through the roof of the hospital, flew extremely fast, and I said, I wanted to see the sun. And so we stopped there for a moment, saw it, a huge, gigantic explosion of nuclear energy, atomic energy, nothing but fireballs. He said, you see it every day, so let's leave this boring experience. So as we traveled great speed, faster than the speed of light, we crossed the entire galaxy as we know it. Trillions of stars, suns, moon, planets, asteroids, all kind of debris. We crossed it in just less than a fraction of a second. And then we went through a tunnel. As we go through the tunnel, I start seeing people coming out of the tunnel. And some of them I knew earlier in the 1700s, 1600s, even earlier.
Was that from your past lives?
Yes.
Australia has just changed the internet forever. For the first time in history, a country has begun enforcing an unprecedented law. From today, everyone under the age of 16 will be banned from using almost all forms of social media. And depending on how this goes, other countries have already expressed interest in doing the same. This morning, millions of Australians woke up to this message. But even more interestingly, it wasn't all of them. Many under 16s report still being able to just scroll without any notifications, or even just being able to use their second account where they lied about their age.
You're going to miss your social media.
I'm not removed from anything. The ban hasn't worked.
It hasn't worked? Why is that?
Because my camera's terrible, so they think I'm 16.
But that is where Australia's heavy-ass threat comes in. They said that it's on the social media companies to come up with ways to keep under 16s off of their platforms, or else they could be fined a whopping 49 million Australian dollars. But from this, two major questions remain. How will they do this without requiring everyone in the country to prove their age? And two, what the hell are all of these teens gonna do with all of this freed up time? In fact, some teens have even found the time to challenge this ruling in court. But just a warning, be prepared for other countries to follow, because as one expert puts it, it could become proof of concept that gains traction around the world. In fact, in certain countries like Malaysia, government officials have already expressed their interest in doing the same. But the ultimate question is, would the world be better off if teenagers couldn't use social media? Or is this a stupid law that is bound to fail?
Are hitmen real? Yes. At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock to draw up something called the kill list. They sit around a table and they make a list of all the people that they want to kill that week. And then they take it back to the CIA, which has a dedicated unit. I won't tell you the name, but it has a dedicated unit that takes receipt of the list. They say, okay, number one. They drive to the airport, they get on the plane, they go out to that country, they kill the person, they come back, and then they go to number two on the list. That happens every single week. Now, we can have a conversation about whether that's right or whether it's wrong. It's certainly immoral. It's illegal, but it's been tasked by the president. At the same time, they will tell you there hasn't been another 9/11, has there? Maybe it's because we're out there killing people.
What kind of people would be on that list?
Oh, the most dangerous terrorists in the world. Or at least people that the CIA deems to be the most dangerous terrorists in the world.
I'm sorry, but something is very, very off about this. Watch this. Watch your eyes.
Pastor Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's. At one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say.
I believe Scarface said it best, y'all. The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
What do you think you are today? The more we learn about this covenant of God.
See, what's got everybody riled up, Miss Kirk, is the fact that this right here is 9/11, you know what I mean? The official story doesn't add up. Keep asking questions, and you're saying it doesn't add up to stop asking questions. That's not what any of us are going to do. There are, you know how many anomalies there are with this, you know, and don't get I'm not even going to bring up the Romanian angel situation. Y'all look that up too if you really want to learn a few things about what's going on with that situation. Yeah.
Stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop. The podcaster Candace.
She forgave the so-called killer, but she has hate for a friend who was just questioning the narrative.
So we are exploring, and have you ever seen anything more like still water than this swimming pool? Like, how crazy is that? Look, the water's literally just frozen in place. It's actually almost scary how this water actually is, look. Like, that's mad, that water.
Here's something most people never hear. Your brain doesn't care about your goals. It only cares about keeping you the same. That's why success feels uncomfortable. That's why opportunity feels suspicious. That's why you hesitate right when the door opens. There's a part of your brain called the amygdala. It scans for threats, not upgrades. So when a new pathway appears, a chance to break the routine, make more, or finally build your own lane, the amygdala fires the same way if a lion were standing right in front of you. The shaky feeling that this is not for me, that's not intuition. That's the whole program defending no life. But the prefrontal cortex, the executive part of the mind, that piece that builds, strategizes, and creates wealth, it's only activated when you step towards the thing that scares you a little. That's why the ones who rise aren't the smartest. There's the ones who teach the brain a new pathway. You can literally rewire your mind by acting sooner than your fear reacts. So if this message hits a nerve, good. That's the neural gateway opening. Like this lock in the new circuit, follow to stay in the recalibration loop. Then check the link in our bio before your survival program convinces you to stay the same. We don't change minds, we rewire them.
I just found out something extremely bizarre. Near zero probability, like this, like statistically is not going to happen, but it happened to both of these people. And I don't know if enough people know about it. I'm not suggesting anything, but listen to this. Do you know that the Clintons had a personal chef? His name was Walter Scheib. He cooked all their meals, fully organic, by the way. I don't know. I'm sure they probably were eating organic, though. They know not to eat the stuff that they feed us, or that they make laws and policies so that's in our food. But listen, he passed away from drowning. He was hiking, or was heading to a hiking trail, and then in New Mexico, he drowned. People drown, though. Horrible tragedy. Rest in peace. But did you also know the Obama's personal chef also drowned? Except he drowned in Massachusetts, in Martha's Vineyard, in a inlet. But here's the crazy part. They show us this picture. It was ruled accidental drowning, right? And it shows you the ocean. Well, I find this a bit deceiving because he didn't drown in the ocean. He didn't drown on this side of this island. He drowned on the inside, the inlet here. So that's where he drowned, somewhere in these inlets, these little inlets. Now, I asked ChatGPT, it's a rare cause of death regardless. But for personal chefs to drown who are connected to extremely high-ranking, influential people, it's statistically zero from a practical standpoint, the odds of that happening. Now, the thing is, if you're a personal chef for the Obamas and the Clintons, you're kind of in their zone, you're in their dwelling, you're in their domicile, you're in their house. You can hear things, you can see things, perhaps things you weren't supposed to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more.
Albert Einstein was targeted by a female Soviet Union spy when he was very close to Oppenheimer and had evening gatherings and dinners together. He was invited to New York for a sculpture exhibition or something, so she met him over there. They established love relationships. Albert started to take her to Oppenheimer house, where she established very good friendship with Oppenheimer's wife. She was taking all this information to Soviet government. Soviets invented the nuclear bomb during 2 years instead of 4 because they stole this data. Here is a genius, Albert Einstein, who actually was trapped under these honey trap techniques.
Ready? Dylan, Dylan,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Dylan,
whoa.
Dylan! Oh my God! Oh my fucking God!
That was the nail holding the building to the ground.
There's a real case where a boy ran behind a school locker and vanished in front of witnesses. It happened during recess at an elementary school in the early 2000s. A group of kids were playing tag in the hallway while teachers were nearby. One of the kids got tagged and sprinted toward a row of lockers, Everyone watched him turn the corner behind them, and that's where the problem starts, because he never came out the other side. At first, the kids laughed, thinking he was hiding. Then a teacher checked behind the lockers. Nothing. No doors, no vents, no crawl space, just a solid wall. Security was called within minutes. The hallway was locked down. Janitors pulled lockers away from the wall. There was nowhere he could have gone. Search dogs were eventually brought in. They followed his scent straight to the lockers and then stopped, like he'd hit a dead end in reality itself. No evidence, no sounds, no camera malfunction, just a normal school day and a kid who literally stepped out of existence. Officials ruled it a runaway. Parents didn't believe it. Students never forgot. And here's the detail that messes people up. Several kids said when he ran behind the lockers, it looked like the hallway got quiet for a split second, like the sound dropped out, almost like reality blanked. And when it came back, he was gone. Stay weird.
Bonnie Blue is from an alien race called the Nordics. She's collected enough human DNA to go back to her people. She's not going to prison. She's going to start a new human race to farm us.
Pause. Fool. Look, after editing this madness, my brain is fried. I use this channel to reset. It's pure red pill with mesmerizing visuals and soothing sounds. Go sub to 3 Eye Sensory right now. Link is in the pinned comment. And don't say I never looked out for you, fool. Now, back to the creepy.
All right. So I took the other sample in and I've been collecting more of this particles in the fog or whatever the substance is, and I put it in here, and I got a shiny light, so now you're getting kind of a look straight at the stuff. It's definitely like an oily texture, and it is on top. And I do have like a magnifying glass, but I don't think that it's going to work. But see them bubbles on top of that moisture? The moisture collects in there, and so do the particles. And you see like this stuff, it's like, I don't know, it's like oil. People have been saying like glycerin or something. I'm not sure, but I know that this might be why everybody's getting sick. So, crazy fog of 2025.
Lately in Houston, Texas, we've been having humans acting a little strange. Don't you think, H-Town? Take a look at this video and let me know what you think. Why is this human acting so strange? In the Twilight Zone.
Houston hasn't been Houston since Hurricane Katrina, if you want my opinion.
If you look at this man's clothes, look at this, and look at his hair. You see the way he has his hair like his wicks? Check this out, right? Watch this, bro. You do see his cup as well. He's not holding the cup in this one. But look, you see that? It's crazy, man. I mean, I seen it the moment I saw the interview.
So we have a ton of celebrities dying back to back in a short amount of time. What is going on? Now, we've had a multitude of high-profile, legendary actors and singers who all died within a week of each other, including Peter Green, Anthony Gary, Jubilant Sykes, and Rob Reiner, just to name a few. Now, Rob Reiner's situation is very interesting only because of this.
Rob and Michelle Reiner, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
My God.
How long have you known the Reiners?
We've known them for many, many years, and we were supposed to be seeing them that night.
Excuse me? You said you're gonna meet him that night? And also, who goes on a show the next day to talk about their friend's death? Also, let's not forget what happened to the Obama chef. Not to mention, Rob Reiner and Anthony Gary died on the same day at the same age of 78, and they also acted alongside each other in the show All in the Family. Interesting. But it gets even weirder. So the famous opera singer Jubilant Sykes gets unalived by his own son by being stabbed to death. Just like Rob Reiner and his wife, who get unalived by their own son by getting stabbed to death. Are we seeing a pattern here? Now, not only celebrities are dropping off, but this just happened as well. An MIT nuclear scientist by the name of Nuno Loureiro was just fatally shot. in his own home. You mean the same place MIT not only Epstein donated millions of dollars to, but visited dozens of times at the same time Nuno was there. It's also to note that Epstein was very close with Marvin Minsky, the godfather of AI, who co-founded MIT's AI lab. People die every day, but you mean to tell me all this is going on at the same time as the Epstein Files Transparency Act goes into effect Friday? Now, is this gonna be a nothing burger? Are we gonna see some names that we haven't seen before? Or are we gonna see any of these names of these people who were unalived? I don't know, food for thought, time will tell, but make sure you guys hit up my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, and let me know what you guys think about all this down below.
I think there's going to be like a robot AI to rule the world from Jerusalem, an image of a man.
I agree with you on this.
Satan has always wanted to be like God.
All places, all at once.
And he wants to know what you're thinking.
Oh my God, bro. I thought about this.
Didn't God know what everybody was thinking in the time of Noah?
Yeah.
He saw the thoughts of the imaginations of the heart. Satan wants to know what you're thinking. That's what this little microchip's going to be about. And it goes in the forehead or in the hand. There's going to be a neural link, I suspect, where everybody is connected to a computer. They know what you're thinking. Satan wants to be like God. He told Eve, you could be like God. He said in Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah 14, I shall ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's his goal.
Previous owner of a new house blocked this hidden basement room off with a shelf. Door does not lead outside. Okay, now that's pretty scary on its own to see like a room blocked off with a shelf in your own home, but probably the scariest part is that the person who posted this just kind of disappeared. This was posted 7 years ago. Everyone in the comments asked them to open the door to see what was inside, and they finally agreed to do it. And then 7 years later, they've never posted anything since then on their account at all. And now their account's just gone. So what happened to them? What did they find behind that shelf in that closed off room? We'll probably never know.
And he told them not to open the damn door.
No, I can't be the only person that thinks that when the Statue of Liberty fell in Brazil yesterday, that this was a sign of things to come. Y'all remember me telling y'all that America has to fall in order for the beast system to truly thrive. America has to be eliminated and out the way. What more of a sign do we need than the Statue of Liberty falling in Brazil? Also, I told y'all that empires typically last no longer than 250 years. And when is the 250th year? 2026. This is a sign of things to come. Now, whether you believe it or not, it's all on you. I just know for a shadow of a doubt that America is not going to relinquish power, right? So they have to get destroyed. America has to be destroyed. So I don't know how y'all view this sign, but that's how I view the sign, is that the Statue of Liberty falling is not just a coincidence that it fell. It's not. I'm telling y'all, there are things to come in America. I'm telling y'all, America, have y'all seen the maps? Have y'all seen the maps of what America will look like and the map of the world? America is barely there. Let me just say that. All I'm gonna say, y'all, is I'm telling y'all some crazy times are coming, and they're coming pretty soon.
The levee in Pacific has broken. You need to go now. This is a level 3 go. There are hundreds of people in their pajamas now going. They are trying to get buses together. For those of you who have already lost your cars, this is not like Dracula. This is a big one. There are now well over 1,000 residents here behind me who are emptying out. There's a helicopter overhead giving orders. If you get this and you are anywhere around White River, this is the one that's fed by Mud Mountain, you need to go now. It is a large area. You can go to KC Emergencies. I don't know if they have it on there. I'm going to the King County Emergency Alerts map. You can see it there, but if you've received a text, go now. The water is rising fast. This is not like Dracula. This is a serious one. You need to go.
It started the way these things often do, with a single video that I stumbled across on YouTube. At first glance, it appeared to be a newscast, but as I watched, it quickly became clear that something was off.
3, 4, 2, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 5.
The faces were blurred, the audio was warped, the visuals were damaged by compression artifacts, and strange symbols flashed across the screen. But the oddest thing of all was the numbers. Integers in the title, digits in the description. A sequence of numerals spoken aloud by a monotone robotic voice. There were numbers everywhere. At first, I thought this might be an AI-generated video, but that couldn't be the case, as it was posted nearly a decade ago in 2016. The video was uploaded to a mysterious channel that I've since come to know as 312. And this channel is full of bizarre videos, with uncanny visuals and garbled audio. The only thing that seems to connect them is the persistence of numbers. Every single video has them.
1, 6, 3, 2, 4, 5, 0.
Yet, there is another dimension to this channel that further intrigued me, the dedicated following of the viewers. This isn't some obscure project lost to time. Instead, there are hundreds of comments on these videos. By reading them, we can see that this community shares a uniquely powerful bond. Some speak of the channel like it was fate that brought us together, that we are the chosen ones, that the video found us. But others have theories about the channel itself. Maybe it's the subliminal manipulation of consciousness, an attempt to wake us up. Perhaps it's designed to activate sleeper agents. Some even suggest that the channel has a non-human origin. I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, but I've never seen anything quite like this. The more I watched, the more I found myself drawn into the mystery. Without realizing it, I began to feel like I too was a part of the community, and that I was deeply connected to the channel. And for some intuitive reason that I don't quite know how to express, I could not shake the idea that these numbers were meaningful. Some deep part of me knew that this wasn't random. It was an attempt at communication. And more than anything, I needed to understand what it was saying.
Mind programming, but by who?
My friend found this at our thrift store. Of course, finding this, an extremely human-looking mask at a thrift store, is downright terrifying. The caption underneath it reads, "We live in a super small valley, 3 towns like 1,800 people each, maybe. And we put it on our local page to ask who donated it. No one has admitted to it yet. Some comments said death mask, etc. Any ideas?" Of course, the comments were ablaze. This mask just looks so real. Nobody even knew what to think. I don't even know what to think. I'm not a coroner or a taxidermist or anything of the sort, so my guess is genuinely as good as yours. I wish I was able to find some sort of sign that proves this is genuine or fake. The OP was able to post even more pictures of it, including the inside of the mask. Luckily, in their search, somebody did reach out claiming to have another one, and yep, lo and behold, there's images of a second mask. The person who reached out told the OP that they dug it out of the dumpster from the thrift store, which is so strange.
So we are exploring, and have you ever seen anything more like still water than this swimming pool? Like, how crazy is that? Look, the water's literally just frozen in place. It's actually almost scary how this water actually is, look. Like, that's mad, that water.
Romania is building a $1 billion Dracula theme park, and this thing is way bigger than people realize. So Romania is now officially planning a $1 billion mega theme park inspired entirely by Dracula. And by the way, this is not just rides like a regular theme park, this is basically a full horror themed city. This project is called Dracula Land, and the park alone is nearly 800,000 square meters. It's gonna have over 40 major attractions with massive roller coasters, dark rides, water rides, and entire vampire-themed zones based on Transylvania and Dracula's castle. Hello, that's just the beginning. They're also building 3 themed hotels with over 1,200 rooms, a giant water park and thermal spa, and over 22,000 seated area for concerts and events, and even a 4.5 kilometer racetrack. The project is also including luxury shopping districts, a tech and gaming hub, and even plans for a metaverse experience, and even its own digital currency tied to the park. Officials are saying that this city could attract millions of visitors every single year and generate billions in economic impact over the next decade. For Romania themselves, this would instantly put them on the global entertainment map like a horror-themed version of Disneyland that everybody would know about. Would you go to the billion-dollar Dracula city, or is this the wildest theme park idea ever?
We had a swarm, a big gnarly swarm of them black tentacled things that I told y'all do exist because I got them on video already. And many people have been recording strange sounds coming from the sky, and they kind of sound like a deep growl or like a really odd sound. It's kind of like an animal growling, but it's nothing you recognize. These things, I told y'all, they are coming closer and closer to the surface. Okay, in my local group, last night, people started posting, did you guys hear those helicopters? It's like helicopters that were flying very, very low. It shook the whole house. Everyone was jumping out of bed wondering what the loud sound was. And they're like, oh, it was a fleet of helicopters above us. Everyone's saying it was loud helicopters and people were freaking out. Well, somebody posted, I'm going to put the video in here. I'm about to put the video in here. I'm about to show you the video. You need to, before, suspend your disbelief for a minute and don't assume you know what you're looking at. Look at it several times, okay? Check yourself. Check again, check again, check again. Watch it over and over. Because this person, it looks like their ring cam or something they posted, and it's only like a top sliver, so it's going to look a little bit funny. But it's the way the guy posted it. It's like a part of his ring camera footage, a ring camera, something of the sort, surveillance, okay? You can clearly see several black things floating through the sky, like swimming, several black things, and they're making that low gurgling, growling sound that can be mistaken for a helicopter until the black tentacle things go, and then you can see a helicopter behind them, and that is clearly a helicopter. But the first several things that fly through are not helicopters. They have no lights. These are those black tentacled creatures, and it looks like a helicopter is either, I don't know, escorting them or chasing them. Watch for yourself. This is not AI. This is someone who lives in the town next to me. It's just a guy who published his little surveillance video in our local group.
Me home.
Close it. Please close it. Close it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
You guys all right?
It's fighting us.
Goodbye.
John.
Goodbye.
John.
Goodbye.
You see this? Let go.
Let go. There we go. Oh my God. So cute.
It's all right, Box.
Sorry, Boxy. My fingers are like.
It's pushing me out of the chair.
What? That was wild.
Well, there goes my 50-year-old board.
I'm sorry.
That's not your fault.
Oh, no, that's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Meter fart. Okay.
She got gassed.
Wow, that was wild. Where was it spun? It was dead.
That board is not closed, and the cat knows it.
can't believe they have cloned horses.
Yes.
And it's so known.
I'm going to send you a documentary. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very well known.
Wow.
Yeah, mind blowing. Everywhere, cloned horses. Huge. And like,
is this a conspiracy theory?
No. There's tons of clones. It's like in Argentina where they play polo. Entire thousands of horses have been cloned and they're riding and playing clones of the best polo horses ever.
Inside information, or is this known?
No, this is known.
So then why would you pay a ton of money for the offspring of a horse?
Because listen, you pay for the stud fee, which is like the egg and the sperm to come together.
Which the stud fee, they may not even have a kid.
Exactly.
With a clone though, you have the skin and you can...
Exactly. And then you have to breed them, you have to find the mare, then you have to raise them, and then they may not even turn out to be good. But the clone,
Are the clones often as good as the animal?
A lot of times they're really good.
More so than if it's a, half and half because you got a mom and a dad horse?
The clones are better typically than the ones that are bred.
What would keep me then from breaking into a place, take a little skin and get out? Like that's the ultimate heist of $1 million horse.
I'm sure that in horse racing, I do not know, but I'm sure there's rules you can't race clones.
How do they know it's a clone though? Is there like no blue check?
They're not Instagram verified, of course.
Do you think this stuff with horses?
Greetings, everyone. This is another kind of reptilian. This is a Draconian. As you can see, a dragon / dinosaur man. They are quite different from the serpent-looking reptilian. Okay, the Draconians are 7 to 9 foot tall, and some of them even, some of them are like 12 to 15 foot tall. They are very malevolent and disagreeable. Okay, they eat people. So let me just put it that way. So they are very, very sadistic, and they are one of the extraterrestrial that are responsible for the abduction of people, because they eat people. They like blood. They like the taste of blood and flesh. You know what I'm saying? And right here is a serpent looking reptilian. Okay, so this one is quite different from this one. This one is a dragon and this one is a snake. Okay, they're also malevolent and disagreeable as well. They feed on negative emotions. So if you happen to come across these creatures in the woods, run. And the funniest part is that some of these creatures possess the ability to shapeshift, so you wouldn't tell. I mean, if you're not highly spiritual, you would not be able to tell. Some of them are your friends. You know what I'm saying? So that is the reason why we are, trying to tell you all to be spiritual, because these beings exist. This is not fictional. They are here. They have been here for thousands of years. And some of them have mixed with humans to produce hybrids, okay? So they exist. They are not fictional. They are real. Right.
And that's a wrap on this episode. FOOOOL. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.